Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got some games in the Kampfpanzer Tier 9 German medium tank that was a Valor Award tank. I really like this tank. This tank's very, very good. The only downside to it is its DPM, but when it's coupled with everything else, it's still a fantastic tank. The aim time's okay, the accuracy's on point. Sure, the reload's quite bad. The mobility's great. The turret armor's good. The upper plate is bouncy. It's got no side armor, but I mean, you know, who cares about that? Which basically that means that you can't side scrape, and it's quite easily pennable, trackable, pennable with a lot of other tanks. So basically, when everybody having this tank isn't that bad as to having like everyone having the 279E, because yes, it's a pain in the ass in the hands of a good player, but generally in the hands of someone who's not that good, it just gets caught out and wrecked very, very easily. You know, it's one of those that does take quite a bit to get the best out of it. But the thing is, it's very, very good, and it's not the hardest to get the best out of it. It's just that it's more positioning than anything. The amount of times you see them YOLO into a silly place and just get wrecked, very, you know, completely trashed because they have no armor. If caught out in the open, there is, you know. So that means it's all right to play. So right now I'm playing it where it's best, and that's on ridge lines. I mean, Prokhorovka is the best place for ridge lines. Now I'm in the position where it's just behind the bolt, which I don't like being in, because on this side especially, you don't really have the gun depression all that much. It's harder to get the gun depression, let's just say, to shoot down the two line. So I'm changing it up again. I'm also wary that art's in play, so I don't want to sit somewhere for way too long, you know, and get shut down by it. Because it's another thing, artillery wrecks this tank because of, you know, paper. Take a hopeful shot at that mouse. I'm never going to pen that at this range with APCR, especially since I think that was this front as well. It's not going to happen. So right now, from just rotating, we've got 926 damage, 1200 spotting, and, you know, I'm thinking, nah, it's time. I'm just taking the bolt. So take the bolt, get some more spotting. So we'll get a load more spotting on that Kampfpanzer, try and light anything else up. We light the Gorilla up. That bloody Panzerwagen shoots me on as he's YOLOing about on top. So pop a shot into the Gorilla, break his turret. So it's going to make rotating the gun even harder for him. See, these two light tanks are still wobbling about on top of this ridgeline really annoyingly. You're not going to get away with shooting me. There you go, off you go, back to the garage. And that thank you for the spotting, artillery. That Gorilla got wrecked. So that's we're up to 3.5k spotting now. This is why I like the bolt, because if you spot things like that and the artillery's on point, you can just get so much spotting. We pop a shot through the, I think that was the side of the turret of the Kampfpanzer. For those of you who don't know, this Kampfpanzer does have a weak spot on the turret if it's hull down looking at you. There's a little viewport. It looks like a little light, but it's a viewport on the left-hand side of the turret if you were looking at it. And if you've got about 260 odd pen, you'll go through it. So, yeah, right there, I was thinking, you know what, I'll push forward now, spot some more stuff. And just as I started to charge, spotted the Jagdpanzer on the back, just looking this way, and I was like, no, no, we're not doing that, no, stay away from me. So we pull back behind the bowl again. We're keeping him lit, he's looking at us, which is frightening. I know he was looking this way, so I'm kind of hoping he'll keep shooting. I mean, we're up to 4k spotting now, and he's still looking at us, which is annoying. Like, just leave us alone. I'm switching to heat now because I'm hoping I can pen the superstructure, but he turns and angles just as I fire at it, so I'm not going to pen that. Now he's pulling back behind that ridgeline, and that's giving me the thought that I can now push in, because now that they're behind there, they're not going to get shots at me. So I'm like, I break the engine of the Sheridan there. Again, it's pumping shots in where you can. But yeah, now is the time. I'm going to help this T100 out. although, to be honest, it looks like it doesn't need all that much help. Shut down the Centurion 7-1, push into this dip, because if that Jagdpanzer does decide to pull over, like he was looking for the shot, he could have just pulled over, sat on top of the ridgeline, pumped me for 1,000, and I would have cried. I'd have cried my eyes out. And we get up here, we've got these two TD, we've got the TD lit, we're getting nice spotting off of him, we've got shots at the back of this mouse, so, the two TDs aren't going to go anywhere at the minute. We've got one TD behind me in artillery, so I'm just going to farm this mouse, basically. Well, try to, as long as you don't bounce off the back of its turret. I think I'm going to do it again, unless he... Yeah, I do, yeah. So now there's just these two TDs left in this corner. We're just going to shut down this Chinese one, and there's a Jagdpanzer still in that corner that I'm not seeing, and I'm getting detected every time. So there he is. I'm just keeping him lit, hoping RT will blap him. And there you go, there's the turret armour. I know I can take a hit off the Jagdpanzer unless he ammo-racks me. So I was thinking, I'll take the hit, I'll pump a shot in, I'll try and track him, but that doesn't happen. Yeah, I don't know how I didn't track him really with that heat round, but we finally track him there, and he gets shut down by artillery. And it's a, it's a pretty nice typical game on prop where you take the bowl, be aggressive spotting, don't get shot at by artillery, and people shoot what you spot. And we ended up with nearly 10k combined, which is nice. 6,178 spotting, 3,756 damage. Sniper medal, because that's just what this gun is amazing. Confederate, ace tanker. 1,800 base XP, which is nice. Yeah, 26 shots fired, 23 hits, 12 pens, but I mean, I was firing at things like Mouses and Jagdpanzers at range, so you can't always expect a pen. So yeah, some nice spotting on all that. That was quite a nice roll on that WZ. 382. Ooh. Doesn't always roll that high. But yeah, so just a nice game generally in this Kampfpanzer. And we're on to the next game. And it's on Kitimat. I'm playing with Good Cat and Sins. And we were saying, you know what, we're in this tank. It's this map. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to push C1, which this map generally, sometimes it doesn't work because the enemy team does get to C1 a lot quicker than you. So you do this because the numbers help you win that side. If it's just you and someone else against like 5 tanks on that C1, even if you've got people sitting back here on the train tracks, back at the 4 line on the train tracks, shooting at them, you will still get overwhelmed, you will still get killed. So when you've got the numbers like we have now, everybody's decided to join us on this ridgeline, you can quite easily win this fight, as long as, it can be a bloody brawl, but you can win the fight. I hit that guy on the move, and it bounced. Fair play. And then, Sin's like, fishtails me, because he's like, oh, I want the damage. I want it. No, kidding. So now we're on this ridgeline, and they have not bothered. They've not really bothered. There's just this poor chieftain, and this bat at the back. And we want to get rid of this chieftain, so I'm just going to pump a shot into him. Tried to track him, didn't work. We bounced the bat chat quite nicely. The T95E6 YOLO's the chief. Pump a shot into the bat chat, and he's clearly out now. That's it. So there's no one else here, so let's go. We're going to push the bat chat now and push anything else that's possibly there. He's reloading, so he's not going to get a shot off at us. He's going to be running for quite a while. There's a random in a mill too, just doing funny things. I don't know what he's doing, but sure. We pen him a couple more times. Everybody else shoots him. Are we going to get the kill? Yes, we are. We shut him down, and we're going to keep pushing. He took a big hit from the back there, but you know what? We fear naught. We're going. We're off. We're going to see if we can spot that thing at the back, because we've got quite a lot of people behind us. So if we do spot it, we're going to get quite a lot of nice spotting, I'd hope. And we spot the gorilla sat at the back, and he starts having shots pumped at him. I pop a shot in. Doesn't take as much damage as I'd hope. And then there's this FE215B that's just YOLOing behind me, like, what are you doing, sir? No. No, you're not allowed to shoot me in the ass. Get out of here. Track him, pin him down, because he's going to just keep going. We want to keep him in front of our friend's gun lines, and we get the tracking for it. There we go. If you know you've got shooters like those guys back there, and someone is determined to YOLO, especially something like an FE215B with its crazy DPM, you do not want that tank. Yeah, you don't want that tank basically coming and chasing you. So pin him down, track him, stop in his tracks, and hopefully your friends will shut him down and you won't take much more from him. Plus you get the tracking damage for it. Now we made a misplay with that T30. We let him blap us for half our health, which was a stupid thing to do, but hey ho. I'm not perfect, so we do stupid stuff all the time. So right now we're pushing up to the next bit. We've got some shots into the T95E6, and we've got this Swedish TD in front of us. And then there's a Gorilla! Hello Gorilla, hi, hi. That's a lot more health gone. So we've got to be a lot more careful here now. This STRV is, yeah, going to be an issue because we can't outright pen it, because we can't overmatch it. This T30 looked determined like he was going to drive through. We've got to shoot the cupola of this STRV, but good catch shuts him down anyway, so it's okay. Tried to track the T30, but it doesn't work. We just pen him anyway, so that's fine. The Gorilla gets shut down nicely, which is good because he would have wrecked us. The T30 bounces off the 279E, and we pen him. Hopefully he's going to get shut down. There we go, T95E6 does it. We've got shots at this hard case now who's playing his tank all wrong, as we've seen in previous videos. The weak spot is the front. Like, he tries to do it too late. It's game over for him. And this backchat's trying to YOLO Sins, and I luckily shut him down on the move. We're up to 4k damage, 1200 spot him, and it's now trying to again push as much as we can out of this because their team is crumbling very, very quickly. Now we've got side shots on these guys. Hopefully they don't turn around to blap us. And we get a nice shot into the Panzer 7. And this VK is now turning round, which is not what we're on. But he turns back round again to face our friends. He's fired. We can reload twice for his shots. We pump a shot into his side again. And he's going to just get shut down before we even get a chance. And again, another nice game in the Panzer 50T. Like I said, this tank is very, very good. That's why I've got a couple of videos up of it, because I've really, really enjoyed playing it. It's been such a good tank since we've unlocked it. It's just a great tank, really. And we get 4.7k damage, 1600 spotting, ace tanker, Confederate. Yeah, like I say, if you get this thing on the ridgeline, it's very, very good. As always, everybody, thank you for watching.